Hi there folks, it is the 16th of March and I'm just finishing off a few mugs here, so join me for that. No great shakes, just pretty routine stuff. It's a lovely day today though, March 16th. Look, I've got the door open, I've washed an apron, got it hanging in the sun. So yeah, so let's have a look here under this plastic. I did these actually yesterday, and I put handles on these. Yeah, so what I need to do is basically put my seal on the base here, like that. And then right here at the base of the handle I have a little homemade stamp, which is a piece of bisque fired clay just wound over on itself, and I use that to push in there like that. That gives that effect. It's just a little detail. It's all in the details. You know, the bottom of a handle, there's different ways of finishing off. Yeah, for years I've done, you know, like fishtails. I just fancied doing something different. And so come up with this idea. Let's finish those. I usually put my stamp seal right underneath the handle there. So these go back on the wear board, and then I'll put the rounder into them. Right. Is that the last? Yeah, that's all of those done. So what I do is with the yogurt container, alright, you can use these just to gently push in. So this really will be the last thing I do to these before I let them dry under plastic. You really want to let your pots that you put handles on, put a plastic over them, okay, and let them dry to slow down the drying, okay. Depending on the atmosphere outside, you know, pots can dry quite quickly, and cracking can result, you know. Okay, I've got over here a few to do that require handling. So what I thought I'd do is they need to be fettled off on the bases, okay? So I'm just going to show you a way to do that. You can do that. I mean, basically it's just, you know, it's thumbing off, isn't it? Thumbing off. Well, you can put them on the banding wheel. You can just in your hand just thumb it off, or you can just put it on a banding wheel like that. Take a little bit of water, rub it over there like that, and then with your thumb, just literally like what I'm doing, okay? Like that. Let's do 2 or 3 while we're here. Okay, there's no sort of hard and fast rules about it. So the thing is that here on the corner you should have an undercut. When you threw it, you should have left an undercut there, you see. You must always break your corners. Don't leave sharp corners. They're a blessed nuisance when you come to finishing off. Or fettling. Okay. Now this particular one here, for some reason, I don't know if you can see that, it's got a bit of a gouge there. I don't know what happened there. But I'll tell you what I'll do in this instance. That's where I'll put the handle to cover that up, so you won't even know it happened. Yeah, well, you know, as potters, inadvertently, don't we? Sometimes we gouge something with our fingernail, or you know, it gets put down on the wear board and something else rubs up against it or something. Okay, one more here. Now you don't have to do it like I've just shown you. You can just simply have have a sponge here like this on your bench. So you're going to put it on the, just wet your fingers like that and just go over the corner like that. Okay, it's just another way of doing it. You know, it's as I say, it's not like there's only one way of doing it. Okay, so usually where the pattern of the cut-off wire, I usually put the handle right above that. And these days I'm doing it down here. Now in the past people have said to me, "Oh Simon, don't you scratch it down at the base?" And I said, "No, you don't really need to do that." And it's true, you don't really. But I decided I was going to do it. So I've got some handles here which I have been nurturing because they were pulled. So here's a handle. Right. Are we in the picture? Let's make sure we're in the picture. Hope the light is okay. So work off a banding wheel when you apply a handle. So first of all you want to prepare the handle, okay, like I'm doing here with the knuckle like that of the thumb. So you're going to widen the attachment area, okay, that's really important and was really going to help you a lot if you can get into that practice. Okay, offer up the handle to the scored area like that, and then blend it in with your index finger and your thumb across the top like that, you see. All the time keeping the handle supported. You see how I'm supporting the handle? Now take it to the vertical like that, dip it in the water. Now we're just going to pull this handle down from the body of the mug like this. Okay. Now, respect the angles. Keep it at this stage at 90 degrees, okay? Don't let it get like that and hang, because it'll then the handle will be hanging at 45 degrees and that's no good. Oh no. Okay, now we're going to take the end of the handle and we're going to bring it back to the vertical like that. And okay, you can just touch it on there, it'll stick on its own. Meanwhile you can just go over the top attachment there. Okay, now get the size of your handle right. Don't want your handle too big, don't want it too small, just wants to be right, doesn't it? Now here I'm with these, because these are not actually fish-tailed off at the end. What I do is I apply pressure here. I'm pushing the soft clay, the base of the handle, into that keyed area that I did. Okay, all right. And now, what I would do now normally, I would go on to do the next one and let this here just harden off a little bit so it's not too soft. But to save time, I'm going to do it right now. We're going to seal it in the bottom there. Take this little guy and we're gonna just push him into there like that. Okay. Now the reason I would usually wait a bit is because this is a bit soft and it can clog in the seal if it's too soft. So you want to hit it at the right time. All right. All that we have to do now is make sure the handle is straight and put it on the wear board. Transfer the yogurt rounder into that mug. Just check the top of the mug is not got any nicks or marks in it. You know, if you've had these mugs say face down on a wear board. Sometimes the wood grain of the wear board or whatever can impact onto the lip, or maybe there's some cruddy piece of dry clay there that you didn't see. When you put it down on top of it, well then it's going to definitely leave a horrible mark, isn't it? You've got to pay attention to these things, you see. It's all what we call craftsmanship, quality control. Yeah, you know, we don't want to do a shoddy job, do we? Oh, no sir. All right. Now these handles I've kept under plastic, and I kept them sprayed down. You see, to hold them back. You can do that. You see, you can hold your work back. Okay, hold this up to the pot like that. And then using my index finger, make the lower attachment, and now with my thumb across the top like that. Once. Okay, and now, keeping this at right angles, dip in the water. Now you're just going to freshen the handle up a little bit. Now some people pull handles and they barely pull the handle. They just have these little stubby bits of clay that they pull and then they leave. See, everybody does things differently. It's not always that there's a right way and a wrong way, there's just different ways. Now I come from the school of thought, if you like, where we pull our handles the way I do, because we get a thinner handle here. If you just pull a little stubby bit and stick it on the side of your pot and then try and do all the pulling, what you find is you get like a real thick bit at the top here, right? But way down here it's real thin. It's really tapered a lot, you know. So I like a more of a consistent thickness of a handle, and the best way to do that is to, as I say, pull them ahead of time, pretty much the size that they're going to be, and then attach them. So yeah, so I'm just here applying a bit of pressure here and just sort of rounding this off here. Okay, like that. Now always have a look at your handle from the sideways angle. All right, try and get him right like that. Okay, there's that. And now this, boom, boom, like that. Now, as I say, if this is too soft, it'll clog in the seal. Better to leave it half an hour or so to sort of stiffen off a little bit, you know. Okay, lastly, just check that, as I said, check the rim there, that there's nothing untoward there. Okay, put it on the wear board. Take the, oops, I'm going to jab my finger into this side of the pot. I tell you, you don't find out how clumsy you are, do you? Till you start making pots and you realise, oh my gosh, I'm the biggest klutz in town, look. So this was the one, if you remember, that had that mark there. Are we in the picture? Shout if we're not. Okay, here, that's where I'm going to attach it, right over that ugly mark. No one will know. We will, Simon, we saw it. Okay, here's a handle. Get your knuckle. Put your knuckle to work. You never knew you had a knuckle, did you? Well, if you did, you didn't know what it was for, maybe. Okay, here we are now. Are we in the picture here? I hope we are. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, we are. It's okay. Yeah, cameraman needed. Okay, so now here with the finger across the top like that. Boom, 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 boom. Once there, okay, keep that angle there, 90 degrees. So what we do is, you see, we're just freshening up the handle. We're not really doing much of a pull, because we've already done that. All we're doing is just freshening up the handle And the reason we want to freshen it up is so that the handle flows, you see. A handle won't flow if the clay is a bit stiff. You need to sort of just let it soften it a bit, so it'll flow nicely now. Okay, there it is. A little pressure here. Okay, there we go. Now we're just going to do that smoothing over, like that. Okay. Take your seal, put it right underneath there. Yeah. I'm going to push this in. This may be the last time I can use this before I have to put it out in the sun to dry it out, because this is only bisque fired, you see. All of these seals and things that we use, you only want to have them bisque fired so that they are porous. And they need to be porous, because if they're not porous, they clog. They clog. Okay, there it is. Thank you for watching, folks. Hope that's been of help to you. A few tips there to help you on your way. We have workshops here in the studio, in-person workshops. Check my website for dates, and then write to me, and I'll let you know if I think May workshop is full, but we've still got a lot of vacancies in April and June, July, August, plenty of room. So if that grabs you, come on a workshop. You'll learn a ton, I tell you. You will. And if you're interested in a Leach treadle wheel, we're having a fresh batch of them made. You know what, we may be having power cuts coming sooner or later. And to have a self-propelled wheel that does not need any electricity, what are people going to do if they don't have electricity with their electric wheel? Oh, I guess they're going to have to get their generator out, aren't they? But then, the price of fuel, you know. So, but this doesn't need anything, just a little bit of foot power. And so I'm taking orders on those. They will be ready later in the summer. We'll need a deposit from you. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Well, I've still got a little bit of battery life. I thought we were going to run out, so I'll just finish this last one. Whew. Yeah. I know it's a bit of a repeat video, but they're all different, aren't they? I mean, there's no two videos the same. And if you are a kind of person who is attentive, you'll find that, and you're a learner and a beginner, you'll find that you'll learn something new probably each time. Because I'll probably say something or do something different, or comment in a different way, or say something, or show you some different technique, or you'll see something that you've never seen before, and you know, and the penny will drop for you, you know, and you'll go away, you'll get it, you know. Anyway, I can't be doing different videos, can I, all the time on everything under the sun? I just got to do what I do, you know. I make mugs. I make a lot of mugs, but you know. But we talk about a lot of stuff. We talk about a lot of stuff. Okay, so there we go. Bring it down. Are we in the picture? Get this distance right. You see. You don't want it coming way out here. It looks terrible, and it'll just get broken in no time. Yep. It'll get knocked for 6 in cricket terms, if you know what that means. So just pinch off that tail, okay, and with the finger apply pressure. You want to make sure you dry your finger, okay? Don't remove the wetness, and then you'll be able to just sort of smooth this in and around like that. Yeah. Check that he's straight, the handle. He's not off to an angle. Because it's pretty easy to do. Trust me. I've done it myself many times. We'll stick it in. Hopefully it won't stick. Oh yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I need to put that seal, that stamp, in the sun. Let it dry off. Okay, on the wear board, move the rounder along like that. So when you're covering up things on a wear board, here's a tip for you. When you're covering up things on a wear board and you've just got fresh handles, you need to be really careful, don't you, that the plastic doesn't. Oh, we've got another one over here. Look, see that? Right. Okay, so you want to be careful that the plastic, and you want to use sort of soft plastic, you know, but that the plastic does not touch the handle. Alright, so what you want to do is the end mug, you want to turn it like that so the handle is pointing that way. Okay, and then, so likewise at this end here, you see, the handle is pointing that way. Alright, so when I put the plastic over, it's not going to stick on that wet handle, because if it sticks on the wet handle, I guarantee you'll come along later and you'll pull it off and it'll pull the handle out of shape or something like that. Or it will leave a mark on the handle of plastic, okay? Alright, there it is. That's it. The show's over for today. Yes, thanks for coming along, folks. Thanks for watching us. Hope there's something there that you could use, that was useful to you. And I'll put that in the sun. Yes, have a go at doing this, and try and practice what I'm trying to teach you, and you'll find that it will be more than helpful to you, I think. Okay, as always, keep practicing. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.